We have to adjust to taking our mental wellness just as seriously as we would take our physical wellness.
The Chamber of Commerce. I believe that through hard work and perseverance, many things can be done.
You know, I'm getting to a point where I want to see the young people take the mantle, take the light, take the torch, whatever they got to take, and run with it. 16, 19 on down to today, we need to know history. And we need to teach it. We need to show the students and teach them about what happened in this country. You know, we can't sweep this under the rug.
We are here working together, and as Dr. King says, we're all in this boat together. We're doing great things, but we still have a far piece to go.
Good evening, good evening, good evening, and welcome to a new edition of Urban Sentinel Live. I'm your host, Reggie Kearney, and we know it's Monday night, and what do we do on Monday night? It's all about Urban Sentinel Live, which is a part of the Urban Sentinel magazine. I'm glad everyone is able to join us tonight. We got a great show in store for you tonight. All the way from South Jersey, we got Miss Jessica James, better known as Jonni Bankx. Jonni.
Hello.
Bankx,
Hello.
what's up?
Hey. Thanks for having me.
Hey, I'm glad you accepted my invitation, you know. So how you doing, Miss Jonni Bankx?
You know what? I'm feeling very optimistic about the future. Okay. Not just my future, but I have a habit of also, we have something that we say on the streets called give life. Mm-hmm. I have a habit of giving life. Amen. So not only am I optimistic about me, but I'm optimistic about you. I'm optimistic about everybody else that's doing something great to impact our communities.
That's great. I love that. Because we're all in this together. And so
yes,
we got to get it done together. Good point. I love that statement. So just a little background on Miss Jonni Bankx. She's an actress, and singer.
Yes.
And that's a combination.
It is a great combination. Being a musician is wonderful. Being a musician is wonderful.
That's great. And you grew up in North Philadelphia.
Yes, my family is from North Philadelphia. My great, actually, North Philly is where my family is originated out of. My great grandmother is the late Dottie Smith, famous blues jazz singer, Dottie Smith. That's on Dad's side. Mom's side is the late Catherine, known as Kitty Parham, from the Clairboard Singers and the Philadelphia Community Choir. Okay. My mother is still here with me. Her name is Gavette Parham, but also, she's married now, so her last name is Mrs. Gavette Bruce. Very powerful soul singer, signed to Select Records in the late 80s. Her and Shantae, Roxanne Shantae were the first ladies of the record label Select Records. So that is my background. And shout out to my actual hometown, Trenton, New Jersey. So I have a lot of family that's out there as well. So, Philly and Trenton run neck and neck. Yeah. But shout out to all my family from Jersey to Philly to town and all around.
Okay. All right. I love it. So look, let's get started here. Now tell me about something that really interests me, and then we're going to get to the, what we're here to talk about a few minutes down the road. You were host of the Underground Takeover 2.
The Underground Takeover 2 was on the air. We began in the our early years coming out of junior high school. In high school, me and my brothers, Seneca Harris and Bruce Davis, we were like the sister show to the TV show Urban Expressions. And Urban Expressions had been on TV out of Philadelphia probably like 2002, maybe earlier than that. And we picked up in Jersey on public access in our early years, very early. and we were on the air for about 15 years, and then there was growth from there. I ventured off into being from being a 1990s video vixen into doing all of that. I started at 18.
Mm-hmm.
So as time went on, I mean, I also did big time magazines in my earlier 18, 19, 20 years old, real huge magazines that was out there, that people can probably still find me in, can dig in the archives and still find me. Um, so me and my brothers came together. I wanted something that was more, I would say, community relatable,
Mm-hmm.
because my heart was the community. And I didn't want to become this big old giant star without hitting home first.
Mm-hmm.
So fresh out of junior high and high school, me and my brothers, we came together. We formed BE Productions, and we all had played a part. I was the hostess, number one hostess, female hostess. Seneca, my co-host, and also co-producer of BE Productions, and Bruce, editor and also owner of BE Productions. We as young people wanted to touch everybody and show the young people in our community that life was so much way bigger and better. Besides being out there in the streets, you can showcase your talent here. You can be who you want to be here. You can be free here, and you can grow here at the same time. We have connections. We've had a plethora of different celebrities come on the show to encourage our youth in the community. We were young ourselves, but we wanted to see so much better, in our local area. And that's where our hearts were, and our intentions were very pure. And everybody knew that. And that's when the people began to grow a love for us, because they saw the passion. They saw, how much love we were giving back into our communities, and we need more and more for each generation. We need more and more and more of that, and these young people need somebody they can actually reach and touch and look up to, and we
Mm-hmm.
wanted to be just that, and we were that.
Okay, that sounds great. That sounds good. Now, very briefly, tell me about your movie career, your acting career in movies. Tell me about that.
Sure. I started out back then. I started out. Spike Lee gave me my first role in a movie for Summer of Sam, and also he's got Game, so I'm in the credits for that. Also Woody Allen for the movie Celebrity. I was chosen by both directors themselves when I auditioned. I auditioned for them, and they chose me, so that was the first. After that, I became a video vixen. I was in Wu-Tang Clan videos, Mariah Carey, all kinds of stuff. I was traveling. I would literally sleep. The hustle is real, people. When you're very determined to be something great, you won't stop, you know? So as time went on, the underground came. From there, I started doing theater. Um, my acting teacher started a production called Word is Life Productions, and it was a Christian movie. So I was in a theater. I was in theater. The first play I did in theater was Thanks for Giving. I was able to show my talent in dancing and things of that nature because I choreographed Thanks for Giving. And I also went to the School of Performing Arts with Watson Johnson's Dance Theater. So, my life has been nothing but talent, 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 talent. Now I am producing myself, and I'm doing theater. So I have a short film called Diaries of a Female Player, and we'll get into that in a moment. Um, and it's become a live stage play that we're so, so, so excited about. We will have our first live show filled with a lot of, oh my God, I want to say it like that.
Mhm.
We want to have you guys feeling all kinds of ways. We want you to laugh. We want you to cry, maybe. We want you to wonder why. We want you to be like, oh, I want to come be nosy. Like, what's going on?
Mhm.
We want you to have a mix of emotions, but we want to definitely get to the point of the whole play, definitely. And I believe that you all are going to love every single last bit of this. Hashtag healing matters.
Okay. So tell me, how did you get your sights set on theater? On the theater.
Well, because I was auditioning. My alternative goal, even in my younger years, was to hit Broadway, um, and do the Broadway shows in New York.
Okay.
That was the original plan for my life. I wanted to hit Broadway, and that was that. When I found out I had a health condition, um, that kind of, in my heart, that kind of pulled back. I kind of sort of couldn't dance without the anxiety of feeling like I was either going to pass out and I didn't want to get embarrassed. You know what I'm saying? So I had a
Hmm.
down moment where I was discouraged, and we all do. Everything wasn't always grand because you never know what a person goes through. You see what I'm saying? In their life, you don't know. You say, "Oh my God, our life is so grand. Oh my God, look at this happening. Look at that happening." But you don't know what that person had to go through to, you know what I mean, to get to where they are. And that was one of my setbacks, one of my many barriers. I began having children, and I had medical issues even with that. And,
Hmm.
and I wanted to be a wife, and it was just a lot going on around that time. So I had to pull back from that and make it work somehow, some way to
Okay.
get myself back in it. So I chose small theater. My children at that time became my inspiration. They're my inspiration behind everything I do. A
Hmm.
very four talented sons. I'm a boy mom. I love being a boy mom. It means the world to me. I have a son signed to a record label. I have
Okay.
a son, and all of them play 4 or 5 different instruments, and they perfect everyone. Everybody sings and dances, all of them, and they all are just like their mommy. What can
Okay.
I say?
That's great. That is great. That's awesome. That's awesome. I'm
Yes.
glad to hear that. We need positive influences from our young black men today, and that sounds like your sons are on the way to becoming influencers in the community, and that's great. I
Yeah.
love that. I love it. I love it. Okay, let's get down to business now. Diary of a Female Player. The next
Yes.
Tyler
Player,
Tyler
play
Perry.
on, player, player.
Yeah, the next Tyler Perry is amongst us. Johnny
Come on
Bang.
now. Come on now. Come on now. Gonna
Yeah.
speak that for
So
me. I need that. So
what was
listen. Okay.
what
Let
was
me
the
break
premise?
down. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
yeah. What was the premise of this play in the title, Diary of a Female Player?
I chose the title because it made sense. Let me tell you why I feel it made sense. Women today, I wrote it down. Let me get in here. Women today experience lots of traumas in their life. And we can't sweep that under the rug. Like we ain't struggling. Like you know what I'm saying? And we not carrying baggage.
Hmm.
We as women are carrying baggage, fellas. We're hurting on the inside by a traumatic experience that has taken place in our life. It could be that women have experienced rape, neglect from parents, bad relationships, especially their relationships. The spirit of rejection reeks in women. So we feel, especially as Black women, because of our skin color, we feel we have to work extra harder. You got Black women out here bleaching their skin, getting body surgeries. They're doing all kinds of stuff to fit into this thing we call society. And we're looking at Instagram models that got people thinking that this is the life. My rump, my bust, my all of this, but my mindset ain't right. I'm not even educated, but I want to look like that.
Hmm.
It's a no for me. You can have all of that, but have an education. A lot of people say education don't matter because when a man finds you, that all that's not going to matter. It does matter.
Hmm.
Wisdom matters. Excuse me. But I'm going to read this back to you. When bad things happen, it could take a while to get over the pain, to feel safe again. But with self help strategies and support, you can speed up your recovery. I kept hearing, I'm a very spiritual person, so, and I have a background in, a little bit of ministry. Kept hearing God say, recover all. We shall recover all, women. You're more than conquerors. You're overcomers. You're queens. wear it, fix it, tighten it up, and go forth. So in Diaries of a Female Player, you will see a plethora of different women with different baggages.
Mm-hmm.
They're all carrying a baggage. You got the main character, Crystal. She don't know what she want to do. You got the woman that's confused, and God can't operate like that. So she's confused between wanting to live her old lifestyle as being manipulative towards men, because women can be manipulative too. Okay. Um, she don't know if she wants to really commit to Keith, which is my other main character. He's an old school player. She's 10 years younger than him. Older men like younger women. So, because she has shown her character to be quiet, sweet, submissive, she listens. These are all the targets that a man likes in a this is what we target. This is what we know y'all want. This is what Crystal knows that man wants. And because she knows that, she
Mm-hmm.
knows just how to play him. She knows she's all of that at home, but she's somebody else on the outside of that. And so there's her friends, his friends know a little something about her. So they try to warn him. He don't want to hear what they got to say because that's not what he visually sees. Well, I don't see it. I don't understand it. I don't understand why you even coming at me about my woman. That's my woman. Why are you talking to me about my woman? She's different than anybody I've ever dealt with. And because she stands out from the rest, I'm an old school player. I've been there. I've done that. I've had this. I've had that. Now it's time for me to settle down. I'm playing. I'm throwing in my player's card. And because I'm throwing in my player's card, it's time for me to settle down with this little this sweet John right here. That's what little thing we say in Philly called the John.
Mm-hmm.
So he decides to settle down. Everybody works in a workplace together. So he decides to propose to her on the job. And all hell breaks loose from there. So then you got the girl on the job that's the best friend that he's been on forever. We call her Pussycat Doll. She rolling her eyes and saying, Keith, this ain't good, because she knows something about Crystal too.
Mm-hmm.
She knows somebody that Crystal used to date. But now we got Pussycat Doll. Pussycat's jealous. But she's also very loving and understanding towards Keith because she's known him a very long time. So you have that woman that's known you all your life. She knows everything about you. She's caring, she's loving, and she don't want to see you hurt. But at the same time, there's a motive behind that. She feels she's the one. So she the one that's going to play the friend on the slide. But I'm the best friend. No, you the best friend that really wants to be the wife. And everybody has had somebody like that in their life before. So she gives him warning. He don't want to hear what she got to say either. Because, oh, Pussycat, I've known you forever. Her real name is Tiana.
Mm-hmm.
So she's like, oh, Tiana, he'll call her by her real name sometimes call her Pussycat. Oh, well, whatever. I don't want to hear what you got to say. You're just jealous and you need to grow up. Oh, you know what? Maybe we don't even need to talk. Because you say you understand me as a man, but you really don't. That's his attitude towards her. We have me. I'm Jennifer Moore. I'm a sex therapist.
Mm-hmm.
And I counsel
Mm-hmm.
Keith and Crystal. But at the same time, I'm carrying baggage. I'm carrying a very heavy load because I've been rejected and I want to be married. And the man that I wanted to marry left me. So I'm after everybody else's man. I'm taking it off on everybody. So I used my platform. Watch out for women like this too. Though you did, I go to church. Listen, this is Jennifer. I shout all the time. I'm going to church. I quote the scriptures. I'm wearing the glasses. I've got the degree. I've got the education. I've got it going on. Okay? But I'm struggling. So I invite Keith in to my personal chambers, honey. And I'm trying to tear him apart. Not in a bad way. I mean literally on it. Because this a need. I have a need. I'm the woman that's like, no, but I got needs too. I become selfish. So you got that selfish woman. Then we have Keisha. She's very motivated.
Mm-hmm.
She's a Broadway star. She plays the real me in the play. If you want to know who's me, Keisha's really me. Everybody asks, well, did you write this based off of you? Just a little bit, not a lot, because I had a co-writer, Alexander Young, and we'll get to him in a minute. So she's a Broadway star. She's Crystal's best friend. She's the one that brings a life to Crystal, and in reality, they are very close and they love each other so much. Crystal and Keisha, which her real name is Fatima Williams, and Crystal's real name is Jenny Hernandez in reality, and they're very close to each other. So it works out in the play as well. They balance each other, and she's like, oh my God, this is gonna be so great. Oh my God. So then she's the one that's blinded. She's one of them that's blinded.
Mm-hmm.
There's a young man by the name of Dwayne in the play, which is Keith's best friend. She can't see Dwayne. She's too caught up. Mm-hmm. Meaning, when I say she can't see him, she can't see Boaz looking her dead in her face. He's sitting right there. She wants him. She wants to be. She talks about how she wants to get married. She talks about how she wants children. She talks about how she wants to pursue her career on Broadway. She talks about how she wants to do a lot of things in her life, but she can't see him. Mm-hmm. So when he finally comes, it's like, oh, well. And I've had that experience where I feel there was someone that came into my life, but I couldn't see them clearly because I'm so caught up doing what I'm doing. Once again, I become selfish.
So it seems like the basic theme in this play deals with everyday struggles that couples or individuals have, because
it's real life.
You set it up in different categories. I don't know, different sections to look at each person and what they're going for. Then you're looking at the women, you're looking at the men, and then you have the finale where everything comes together. So that's very interesting concept. Now you got a whole TV show here because you got something that you could have a show and have a different theme with each television show
every time.
That's awesome. That's awesome. Okay, so you say you guys are rehearsing every day. You're going to make this happen. It's going to happen. It's going to be awesome. Now, on May 28th, would that be the premiere?
It will be. It's already on YouTube. Season 1 is already up. We are venturing off into season 2 as of this week. I want season 2 up. The start of season 2 to be up prior to the day of the show. Once again, the tickets are being sold on Eventbrite. I can be followed either on Jonni Bankx or Jessica Bankx on Facebook, and also Diaries of a Female Player, one word, on Instagram, and Diaries of a Female Player also on Facebook, and Diaries of a Female Player on YouTube. But the first play will take place 1747 Patterson Street, Rahway, New Jersey, and it will begin at approximately 6 p.m. Black folk time.
Okay, so that's 7 o'clock. So people don't get there at 5, get there at 6. They're gonna start at 7. They're gonna do black. Well, look, Jessica. Okay, now you say you got the season 1 on YouTube. Okay. Now, how's your YouTube programs broken down? I know you don't do the whole thing at one time on YouTube.
No, it's short filmed because the reason why I decided to go short film is simply because people's attention span is very short, and we want to keep the attention of the people. So now we've got people waiting for season 2, and they're like, yo, what's going to happen next? What's going to happen next? And this is what I wanted. I wanted it to happen like that. So now we got people ready for me to drop season 2. They like, yo, I got to know what's going to happen with Keith. Is he going to stay with this girl or not? Like, she off the hook. Oh my God. Like, so we got a lot of fans. They're bugging. They're like, no,
Uh,
no, we want more. We want more. So I'm glad that the people are out there. I'm getting hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of friend requests daily, and people that want to connect daily. And we even got we've got people in mainstream tuning in. I really want to shout out BET right now for tuning in. My God is good.
let me tell you something.
um,
Now,
Warner
I'm a,
Brothers, thank you.
yeah, I'm a connoisseur of TV. Okay, shouldn't be,
Right.
but I do news, entertainment, all that kind of stuff. But look, you do have the makings for a television program because you look at
Thank you.
look at BET now and some of the shows they have on there, the Oval, Sisters, and some of these shows they have them. You would be a good fit for that
Thank
program
you. Thank you.
because that's what we're looking at. We're looking for clean in the black community. We're looking for clean shows that maybe go a little bit to the edge with the sex and the loving and the kissing and the hugging, okay? But they just go to the edge. They've got a plot where you can go from week to week with a different theme and keep people, in it. Keep us coming back. You know,
Yes.
so you
I
you get
believe that we'll survive at least 2 or 3 seasons if we were to be picked up by
oh,
BET Her.
you'll survive longer than that.
that's
Hey, you got to look at it.
that's the goal.
You got to look at it. You got to shoot for 100 shows, okay? That's where
Yes.
that's where you start making money. When you get that 100 show, then you can all of a sudden throw your ending in there. You finish, okay? So hey, do your thing, and it seems like you know what you want to do. You're doing it. You know how you want to do it. You're doing it,
Yes, sir.
and
Yes,
then
sir.
you're gonna roll on to bigger and better things.
Yes.
You know.
I plan to. I plan to. I'm glad that I was blessed with even having celebrity connections and they're sitting
Mhm.
back watching like, yo, in the future, if you ever need my help, I'm here. Just talk to
Hey,
my publicist, talk to my manager. And I'm not
use 'em.
telling you no, I'm telling you yes.
Yeah,
Even
use them.
now.
Use them. When people extend that hand, you take it, girl, and you roll with it. Okay, let them pull you up,
Yes,
and
sir.
that's what we got to do more of in our community. We've got to put our hand out there and bring people along with us. You know,
Yes.
and
Oh
we don't
yes.
do enough. We don't do enough of that. We just don't do enough of that and everything. I mean, it's awesome. It sounds awesome. Then you got me after you talked about this the premiere of your season 2. Now I'm ready to go and look at season 1 and see what it's all about. See what I
Go
definitely.
on and tune in.
Yeah.
Everybody go on and go to the YouTube channel, Diaries of a Female Player. Go and take a look at it. If you can't make it to the show, go on and just go and go look at season 1. But I'd rather y'all come to the show. It's gonna be filled with a lot dancing. We got dancing. We've got oh my God, it's gonna be like a whole big old giant Broadway show. We've got
Mhm.
all kinds of we've got poets coming
Okay.
in. We've got Nina Simone music. We've got all kinds of stuff going on. It's just gonna be awesome. It's gonna be so awesome, and I can't wait for it. And we not only that. Wait a minute. Let me say this.
Okay.
Shout out to the people in ministry because this is
Mhm.
ministry. Diaries of a Female Player is ministry.
Mhm.
It's about women healing. It's about we talk restoration. We talk deliverance.
Mhm.
Shout out to Bishop um Shakia Saunders and her husband. I want
Mhm.
to thank her husband for allowing her to be a part. To my co-writer, Elder Alexander Young, and his first lady, Evelyn Young, my co-writer. And he's also in the play as well. His understudy, James Berry, which is he's Elder James Berry
Okay. Okay.
to my road manager,
Mhm.
Bishop James Gaines. Listen, let
Okay.
me tell you something. This play is filled with a lot of big people that have
Okay.
big ministries. And I just thank God. I can begin to tell God, thank you so much for the help because that help is here. He told me he
Amen.
would provide for me. He would
Mhm.
provide for me, and he's doing just that.
Amen. Amen. Okay, gosh, I've had a great time talking to you tonight. But before we
Indeed.
go,
Thank
we
you
got
so
to do a little
much.
commercial here before we go. Uh, Tonight we've spent time with Johnny Banks, who's an actress and singer. She's got it going on. She's got a great stage play coming out. Diary of a Female Player. You can find the show on YouTube, season 1. She's into season 2 now. But for you guys that like politics, tomorrow night I want you to come back to Real World News TV, where myself and my co-host Sherry Ann Tappett, we're going to be laying down some stuff in politics. You know what's going on in D.C. now. They're talking about abortion rights. They're talking about the need to get rid of abortion. But what we want to look at it from this angle. If we allow certain rights to be taken away from us, okay, we all don't have to agree on abortion. There's a slippery slope that's going to happen, and we're going to lose other rights, especially among blacks, okay? You know, who's to say they might not come along and say we want to take the voting rights? Who's to say they might not come along and say they want to get rid of interracial marriages? So we have to look at it from that viewpoint. And where it's going to hurt us, it's going to hurt in the black community because we're still struggling. Right now, we're struggling with voters' rights and our ability to vote. And we need to continue to fight hard for that. So come with us. Come back tomorrow now on Real World News TV. Starting time, 8:30 Eastern Time, 5:30 Pacific Time, where we'll sit down for about an hour and, you know, talk politics. Before we go, Johnny Banks, what's your last word?
Keep believing. Keep going. And don't you stop.
Okay. For you viewers that are in the Broadway, New Jersey area, May 28th, 6 p.m. to 9 p.m. at the, gosh, I done memorized everything.
Best Western. At the Best Western.
At the Best Western, Broadway, New Jersey. Please go out and support Johnny Banks. We need to support our own. We need to give them a lift. You know, we need to be there for them. You know, $50 is nothing. You spend $50 on numbers sometimes, trying to win the lottery.
Lottery.
Support
I
Johnny
spend
Banks.
more than that gambling online.
Yeah. Go out and support Johnny Banks and her crew. Let them know you love them. Show them love by being there on May 28th at 6 p.m. in Broadway, New Jersey at the Best Western. Hey, I'm glad you stopped by tonight. Looking forward to talking to you.
Thank you.
Take care. Take care of yourself. And to my audience, hey, have a great week. Peace out. Love you. See you next Monday night on Urban Sentinel Live. Good night.